fine. I'm down. I can't see. Need to go.
Welcome everyone to the social van. Feeling Kyle sick of the bullshit. So here they are, reppin' C+, ready to turn every podcast to dust. So sit down and shut the fuck up, cause when in doubt, fuck your couch. Welcome everybody to the social vent. Yeah!
Of the pie.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You got a nice solo out of Big Daddy.
Yes, I'm gonna switch headsets real quick because I can't hear out one of the sides, and I like to hear everything in stereo. Hold on, this shit, you know, if it's not one thing, it's another with this damn equipment, boy.
Yeah, boy.
And we're gonna see if I can listen to you.
Oh, he's got the big headset. I like that. You can't hear me though. I'm gonna talk some shit. Oh, there he is. Is that better? Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's a nice headset.
Thank you. It's not mine, of course. That's why it's nice.
Who'd you jack? Who'd you beat up?
Well, she was about 73, and you know, I just had to give her one of those right crosses, bro. You know, just she wanted to give it. Anyway, this is Big Daddy coming at you for C Plus Studios, aka the Social Vent Podcast. I almost said the Social Vent Reboot Podcast.
Remember you used to call it the Social Vent Network.
Social Vent Network, yes, yeah. All the damn time. I was like, God damn.
But we get better. But welcome everybody. We have a big podcast to talk about because we're gonna take care of some business first, but we're gonna talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Big review by me and Big Daddy. All right, let's get business taken care of though. Shutter.com/podcast with special promo code
CPLUS. You enter that code into the box and you get 30 free days on us. So go check it out. Let's get to the review.
All right, there you go. There you go, Shutter. You got your own. We're gonna get to the review. So
yes,
I'll let you go first.
I'm not gonna lie. I had big misgivings about it because when I first heard about it, I was like, nah, this fucking shit. I'm so goddamn sick and tired of these reboots talking about, oh, we're gonna fix this, we're gonna fix that, blah blah blah. And I'm like, damn, really? I wasn't looking forward to it. And honestly, I still wasn't gonna watch it. But I was like, no, let me watch it. And I have to say, honestly, I'm glad I did. Goddamn, from beginning to end, there was a few things that I didn't like, but in the end, hot damn, Zack. If this is Zack's send off, then he did a good ass job, bro. It just, you know, there was a lot of surprises that I saw, especially with Mr. Manhunter. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah.
I geeked out so hard, man. I was just
like,
how long have we been waiting to see Martian Manhunter finally make an appearance on the big screen? You know what I mean?
Well, not me, really. You have.
Well, yeah, all these characters, you know, it's just like I've been dreaming of a Justice League movie for so long, and this goes back to when George Miller was gonna do a Justice League movie. And that was on the horizon, and they had Common was going to be John Stewart Green Lantern, and Armie Hammer was going to be Batman, and they had most of the cast, and then it just went away.
I still think Common would have been a badass John Jones. I do.
Yeah, they had him as John Stewart as Green Lantern style, but John
Green Lantern, okay.
Yeah. But I remember that whole thing, and then it was like, oh, Justice League Immortal. And then nothing happened, and then, you know, resparking the universe with Man of Steel, getting into this and just this aspect. But I will say, I told everybody, I was like, I'm out of here at this time, and don't ask me for anything. Don't talk to me. I'm out that door like no other. So
I see you doing that shit too.
And then as soon as I got home, man, I took the cell phones, I put them on vibrate, and I threw them in the corner. And so
I don't fucking blame you. I've done the same shit.
Yeah, so anybody that was trying to reach me yesterday for that 4-hour block,
sorry, but not sorry.
No, man. And I got home, I sat on this chair right behind me, and I was just like, and oh, bro, it delivered on so many levels. I even put a picture on me with Instagram with like tears in my eyes. I was just like, it was.
No, you didn't.
I did. No shame in my game.
Duh.
I like I said, it was everything I wanted, but we didn't get in that 2017, and it made me really like after you said it and after I really thought about it, like dear Joss
tell him
Whedon,
what I said. Tell him what I said.
dear Joss Whedon, fuck you. If you see this, fuck you.
Seriously, fuck you, dude. Because you purposely tried to ruin to me, it seemed I told KMB he purposely tried to ruin a fucking movie. Not only that, a career. And he succeeded for a little while. Zack Snyder came back, fixed everything, pretty much took out everything what Joss did. Pretty much he took out everything.
Well,
except for like 3 things.
Well, yeah, what was crazy is like the stuff that you realize that wasn't Zack's. Like the whole opening in the original Josh's, what do they call it? Justice League, his Justice League.
Justice League.
Like the starting little montage with the music and whatnot, and the whole Batman scene when he catches the parademon and all that. I'm like, oh, that was Joss, huh? I really thought that was Zack's, but no, that was Joss. Okay. And and that movie's so weirdly paced. And once you get the in between of what Zack was trying to build to, and you cut out the bullshit of like that weird love angle with Bruce and Diana, you cut out, the team is actually coming together. And remember, like I was sitting there when they talked about it with the mother box and bringing back Superman.
Yes.
And in Joss's version, it was Batman's idea, and everyone's like, I don't know. And then like I like this aspect of like, no, the team was like, we need to do this.
Yes,
we need him, and they all agreed. And it wasn't that weird like where Diana had to get mad at Bruce, and Bruce, had to be what Joss had. And then I will tell you this. Okay, so you remember how in Joss's version how I remember being confused, like me and Doug, we tried to break it down. Even I remember like with you too, I don't know why Josh didn't like say where that big jet was, like in that Wayne Harbor or whatever building.
Yeah.
And I know in his version he was like, no, this is where the Batcave is, and it wasn't. So, but it was so confusing because that thing was so big you could see the light outside. Mm-hmm. And then in Zack's version, it's like, no, he owns this harbor right here, and there's a big. I was like, that makes so much more sense, and that's what
it made way more sense.
And then you're fine. And what I loved, what was funny is I hated Ezra Miller as the Flash in Joss's version. And this one,
yeah,
I loved
a purpose. Yes,
yeah.
This Ezra Miller Flash, it was we got a really good taste of him in Crisis on Infinite Earths when he appeared on the TV show for that with the Grant Gustin, whatever how do you say his last name, and he seemed like a scientific nerdy guy. But this one, he was like, he was smart. He was like actually like he was a genius.
Yeah, and he wasn't dumb. That's what I hated in Josh's version, where he was just dumb.
He was just a dumb for no fucking reason.
And I was like, this isn't Barry by any stretch of the imagination, like he kept stumbling, and oh my gosh, I'm so glad, like after re-seeing things and rewatching these scenes and how this movie, someone put it this way, it was like it had that Lord of the Rings feel, especially with the music and everything and how serious everything was and everybody's performance, especially Ray Fisher. Mm-hmm. He got the bone. That's why I can understand he got so pissed, because he is the heart and soul of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yes, he sure the fuck was. I remember seeing his original comments when he said, fuck this movie and everything and fuck Joss and stuff like that. I was like, oh, don't be salty. Shit happened. Seeing this movie, this version, hey, I can see why he had his comments of fuck Joss and fuck this movie and stuff like that. I hope he, I hope he feels redeemed. I really do. Actually, I hope the entire cast and crew, from the technicians to the gaffer, all the way to the top paid actors, I really hope they feel redeemed with this movie.
And I hope WB just is like, oh, well, this is what y'all wanted. Yes.
Yes.
And guess what? This will probably be the end of it. And I hope not. I hope there's this new campaign. It's hashtag restart the Snyderverse. And
I saw that today.
yeah, right after we got done last night, even the wife doesn't care for DC. She likes Marvel. She loves Marvel's movies. But after we sat here together, we watched this, and she was like, at the end, she goes, "Holy, what was? Oh, why can't we get more of this?" You know?
Exactly. I think it's Marvel. Yeah, I got something to say about Marvel too. I think DC and Warner Brothers knew that this movie was an end all be all, but they kept trying to copy Marvel too much. I mean, it's blatantly clear they're trying to copy them. But Zack, this movie showed them, like, no, we can still do good superheroes. We can still stick with the formula of what true superheroes are. We don't give a damn how godly they're supposed to be. And in this movie, they didn't seem godly. They look like they actually had flaws. Not like, like the traditional DC comic book where they're all powerful and everything. No, they seem like they had flaws. They started out, how did I tell you this story was? Once upon a time there was a man, once upon a time there was a universe. There was a guy who wanted to do the right thing, save his friends, save his family. But in order to do that, he had to get a bunch of misfits together who became allies, who became friends, and then who became family. I still stick by that because I'm sorry. Let me turn this some bitch off. Don't bug me right now, boy.
No, my phones are off. Like I threw them under the table.
It just really, I'm happy. I'm glad that I was proven very wrong. I'm glad I was proven wrong. I love this. I really hope the Snyderverse keeps going. But from what you told me, and what I've seen online too today, Zack kind of right now he's really salty towards DC, and I don't blame him. Not one.
It's more or less WB because I feel like and
yeah, WB. There you go.
David Ayer too. Like he's on that cusp of getting his cut of Suicide Squad.
I hope so.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things now where, like, if they can respark this, because they left this movie sort of on that cliffhanger note of like, yeah, there's could be more. Like when Deathstroke got Bruce Wayne's real name.
Yep.
Oh man, and it was so much better than what Josh had in his mid-credit scene, or was it either or, where he's like, we should form some form of league, like a foreshadow to the Legion of Doom. This one, it was real Lex sitting there, and I was like, I'll tell you how to get the bat. I'll tell you his name, Bruce Wayne. And then like my mind was like, holy shit!
And Deathstroke just went, okay,
yeah.
Let's talk.
And I was just like, I hope we get this movie. I don't know. WB, I'll give you my money. I want to see.
I will work for fucking free.
I will hold the goddamn camera. I'll be like, Bruce, act, Ben. I'll chauffeur for Ben. I'll chauffeur for all of them. I was like, let's get this movie started.
Man, I don't know. I remember talking to you afterwards a little bit, and I remember saying, if Joss Whedon's career doesn't tank after this, I mean, it's already on the downward spiral. If it doesn't completely tank after this, something wrong. I still feel in my heart this movie was better than the first Avengers. I really do. I think it was in many ways, when it came to storytelling, when it came with the storytelling aspect alone, the way they built up to the characters about why. Avengers, sure, they had that, but this one just had it like, hey, we have to. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. This is why our most popular, powerful hero is down. We need to bring him back. And you just saw this whole buildup, and I really feel Joss knew that this movie was better than the goddamn Avengers, and I feel he sabotaged it, bro.
I can't disagree, because even though I love the first Avengers movie, because it was one of those not once in a lifetime things, but one of those things where like, oh man, yeah, once in a moment type thing. And then, you know, when on the horizon too, Justice League's coming in. And I'll be honest, man. People have asked me this, and I've told them the truth. You know, this is like, if I had to walk into a movie theater and Avengers was right there, and this Zack Snyder Justice League was right there, they both came out at the same time, I am going to go see Justice League first, because why? My heart is with DC. My heart is with these characters more than anything.
Right.
And and I would have walked into the Avengers and I would be like, oh, this is fun. This is cool. But it's nowhere on that level of the emotion I felt after this movie. It didn't feel like 4 hours either.
No, it didn't. It really didn't.
I sat there, I was all, then, you know, I said,
that face and everything.
Yeah. And like, she had to pee or anything? I was like, why? She goes, you've been sitting there for like over 2 hours. I was like, I have? You know what I mean? I was just like, oh shit. Like,
Part one, when part one went by, it's like, okay. Then part two, I was like, oh, then part three, I'm like, hit the pause button, go to the bathroom. Cause I'm sitting there like, I'm just like, just holding. I'm like, God damn it. And part three, I'm like, boy, you better get your bladder all fucking full.
You get the nearest bottle and just go put your pee in it. And you're like,
oh, trust me, if I had one of them those pee things like they have at the hospital, oh yeah, I would just stood up right there. Oh, okay.
Shaking it just like, oh yeah.
And sit here thinking, you have a pause button, you know that. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck your pause button.
Exactly. That's exactly how this movie was. Fuck your pause button. You just want to watch the whole thing, and man, I kept going back. So what probably took you 4 hours took me almost like 6, because I kept going back on certain spots, especially the Martian Manhunter was one I kept going back on. I'm like,
he looked okay good too.
Yeah, he looked better than the one that was on Supergirl.
Oh yeah, you know what's so funny is like I was like, this is the first time he's ever been on me. But yeah, you're right. I don't know. I really don't watch the shows anymore. You know what I mean? Like, but no, I really like this interpretation, and I have the variant cover for him, because you saw that when we went to the comic book shop. I have the variant covers for the Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I know. I'm like, why the fuck did he get all these damn covers? I can't talk because I used to do the same goddamn thing.
Another thing too is you know, what's so funny is everyone's like, oh, the redemption of Jared Leto's Joker. I'm just like,
oh yeah.
And I'm more or less, I'm like, y'all never gave him a fucking chance. That's like, you know what I mean? No one really gave him the chance. Everyone's like, oh, he's the worst Joker. But after this, everyone's like, oh my God, Jared Leto. Like, bitch, I've been telling you since the fucking beginning. In Suicide Squad, he's great. And those small tidbit parts he's in, and not enough time to shine, and not enough to people to really get a reaction. And with this, oh my gosh, and the whole like, Bruce, you know, you keep restarting the, you know, keep doing this multiverse thing and blah blah. And I love when Batman goes with Harley. You know, I told Harley I was gonna kill you. I'll fucking kill you. You know, and I'll make it hurt. This and that. And I was like, oh my God, we've never seen an interaction like this between the two.
No, and to actually see Bruce make like Joker like pissed, like he like actually made him fucking mad. I was like, I like this.
Oh,
I fucking like, and then he just kind of, you almost had me.
Yeah, and Leto's like, you almost had me. I was like, oh, and guess what? Zack wrote that scene. So he wrote that scene right then and there. And he sent it to Chris Terrio, who wrote the screenplay for Justice League. Sends it off to him. He's like, hey, what do you think of this? And he's like, yeah. So that was Zack's writing.
Good.
And I was just like, oh my God, dude. Oh, and that whole, I want Justice League 2 now. I want them to finish Flashpoint. Also, too, seeing Darkseid, dude. Oh,
that was fun. Now, Darkseid was fucking cool. Kind of puny from what I'm seeing. You know, if I'm used to seeing, I was expecting like the big old comic book, you know, big bad. I mean, he was still a big bad son bitch, but I was expecting like this huge, almost like bigger than Thanos kind of Darkseid. But
he can still take Thanos.
Oh, hands down.
Dude, the Omega beams
That shit was
when
cool.
when Cyborg was like seeing like the nightmare future and this and that, and I saw the Omega beams, I was like, oh, and then they're like, what do you call it? The life equation.
Anti-life equation.
The anti-life. God damn it, my brain's all like, yeah, the anti-life equation. I was just like, all this knowledge I have acquired with all the comic books in my life is finally coming together, and I'm smarter than everybody in the room.
Now, you probably kind of got pissed off when you seen Kilowog too.
Yes and no. I was just more like, finally, you know what I mean? Because like from what I read is the synopsis for Justice League 2 is when they were going to introduce the Corps, the Green Lantern Corps, because from what I understand was with this movie, the original ending was supposed to be like them. Batman's like, we're gonna go there to Apocalypse, like we're going there to fight him. We're taking the fight to him. And then in the second movie, that's where most of the movie is, and they get the Green Lantern Corps to help and this and that, and they get their asses handed to them. And then the third movie was supposed to be the nightmare stuff. Everything we see in the apocalyptic future, Wonder Woman's dead, Aquaman's dead, and Batman dealing with all this and that. And then at the end of the movie, who saves the universe? The Flash.
Of course. And does all this sound familiar? What you just said?
Yeah.
The cartoons.
I was just like, let it happen. Like, if you can make this epic just style of, I think this is actually we've never seen a superhero movie like this.
No,
with the big, like, I hate Lord of the Rings, but that big Lord of the Rings feel to it, because like the music, man, was just Junkie XL, shout out, Jesus.
The music, I loved the music. It was better. It's better than Josh, whatever that fucker, him. It's better than the soundtrack that he had. And this one just really made, I don't know, the movie pop. It really did. It just made it just come alive, even in the spots that were just bleh. In the first movie, in the first iteration. Now the music just really just seemed like it complemented everything and told the story along with it.
Well, with that scene with Aquaman on the dock after he saved the dude, and it's the Nick Cave song, and it's a lot more emotion to it instead of the White Stripe song, that rock song or whatever they used, and then the whole what was that song?
That's right.
Yeah, the White Stripe song,
rock song.
Yeah, then because the Nick Cave song added more emotion to that. And also the song "Come Together Right Now Over Me," that was so cheesy, and I feel like that was a Josh thing, and that was a Danny Elfman thing. And this one, I like too that Zack was like, "Hey, we ain't all bright and fuzzy here, so we're taking down the color tone, because if you watch Josh's version, all the colors pop, a little bit too much."
But you can tell this is a Snyder film because of the filter. That filter he uses, I love it.
A little dark, and I was talking to wifey about it. I go, how everybody looks, and after everyone's just like, oh no, Josh, no, Zack, we can't do this. So when you go watch Aquaman, it looks nothing like the interpretation of his Aquaman in Justice League.
Nothing at all, and I have to see everyone come in, Valko, him having a major role in this. The little Easter egg, I don't know if you saw it. Remember when Lois was looking, when she pulled out her drawer and she saw the pregnancy test and stuff like that? Oh, yeah. Did you catch the name?
No, I did not. There's still a lot of things I was like eyeballing. I'm going to watch it again this weekend.
Okay. Look at on the box. It was a pregnancy test.
I saw the pregnancy test.
Okay. And one of the characters, old school characters who used to give Superman a run for his damn money, Major Force.
Oh.
Yeah. Watch it. Next time, watch it.
This is why, even though the Watchmen movie is good, but it's a little bit too panel for me. And, it's a good movie for what it is, but it is too much panel for panel. And it gets kind of boring after a while. You know, I feel like if Zack could go back and do what he did with Justice League, you know, that more grand epic, but you know, I know he can't, but like the stuff on Themyscira, oh, dude.
A better story, a way better explanation.
When and Steppenwolf, oh my god,
He looked different.
He was dope. Not mother, the mother.
I looked at the first iteration of Steppenwolf, and I looked at this one. I'm like, yeah, he went in, he reworked the shit out of it. This Steppenwolf actually looked like a damn threat.
Oh my god, and the brutality, just slicing people in half.
He was fucking brutal.
Oh my gosh, and yeah, because all I can think of with the Josh's Steppenwolf is mother. I will tell you, mother.
Boy, I don't. Yeah. Matter of fact, here, let's see. Joss, bitch, Whedon. No, I ain't gonna do Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon, Justice League. Okay, so let's see what people are saying right now.
Oh man, the praise is high. Also too, I'm gonna talk to Doug tonight about this, so I can't wait to hear what he says because I know he's gonna be like, I hate it. I'll be like, okay.
Ray Fisher on Joss Whedon said the same thing we did. Literally. Fuck Joss. Woo.
Say that again. Say that again for him to hear it.
I said, Justice League actor Ray Fisher. Fuck Joss.
There you go. There you have it.
Wow.
Joss, fuck your couch, and you don't get no C+ Studio condoms.
You sure in the hell don't. You sure the fuck, boy. You can't even get a kiss on the bus pass. And I don't even roll that way.
Oh man, and I gotta tell you, going back because I'm looking right now, my Green Lantern poster by me. Kilowog's suit, because I paused it just to look at Kilowog, and I was like, that if this was Zack's interpretation of that suit, oh, it looks so good, even though Kilowog's dead, but still. Damn poozers, you know.
It was funny. Rotten Tomatoes gave Joss Whedon's Justice League what was it?
It's really low. It's like a 40
610. Now, Zack Snyder's Justice League thermometer 75%, audience score 97%. The thermometer on the first version 45%. Audience score 68.
Yeah, and I was funny. I was just looking at that. And I remember being with Doug, and we saw that movie. And at the end, I was like, "This." We looked at each other like, "Yeah." You know, it was like, "Yeah." And then, but seeing what was cut out is what was pissing me off. You know what I mean? Like especially the big battle, the finale, and that and. Taking away the booyah from Cyborg, which was cheesy, and then Superman coming in and not being like, "I'll tell you about being brave," you know, that line he says about being justice or whatever, blah blah blah. But him just coming in,
that's how much I hated it.
Where he just comes in and bam with the axe, and he's like, not impressed. I was like, oh, and that black suit, oh, so good.
That was really good. That was beautiful. And oh man, it just that movie. I'm gonna watch it again probably sometime this week before it leaves, because once it goes on DVD, oh yeah,
we're gonna own that bad boy. You know it.
Damn right. Damn right.
And also too, on top of all this, you know, with Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League out, they have re-released. It's on HBO Max now. They have re-released the Ultimate Edition of Batman versus Superman, and the aspect ratio is much better. Speaking of aspect ratio, for Zack Snyder's Justice League, I know you didn't like it with the box.
Not really.
I loved it. I don't know why. It was just like my eyes were like in tune to like just look at that square. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I was just like, and for me, like usually that thing kind of bothers me when there's like the boxes are like that, and I'm like,
Oh, the
Yeah.
letterbox.
Yeah, the letterbox, but it didn't bother me. I was just like, just give me more. Just give me more. Sitting there with my red vines and my cherry coke, just
My favorite part on there when they all got to meet Alfred. When this is Alfred, I work for him. I like that part. I work for him.
oh, uh, dude. The fact too, like everybody got some shine, especially Alfred. Alfred didn't get no shine in Josh's Justice League.
No, not really.
And Ezra Miller, like I said, Ezra Miller and that Iris thing. Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. The way his shoes just completely ripped out, and he went and when he grabbed the hot dog and he came back and she's like, she looks over, she's like, "Oh hey, that's crazy. What happened over there? Oh hey, I like to keep an extra hot dog in my pocket for the dog. So do I start Monday?"
He's fast. I mean, he's fast. It's not like, slowpoke Barry Allen on the TV show. He, breaks a sweat just going like what, Mach 3, and he loses right now because right now on the show he lost his speed. But I'm sitting there thinking, okay,
wait,
somehow
he lost his speed again? How many times does he lose his speed? Like every single season was like, I have to be faster. I have to be faster. I'm like, I get it. You're fast.
Well, with this, with what's about to happen, he kind of got this little power boost, sort of, and it was the same speed lightning as Ezra Miller's Flash. So I think there's going, and well, they're going to tie it all in because Warner DC already said that all that is going to tie in. Everything's going to tie in. No Marvel, what they did with Shield and all their TV shows, stuff like that. All their shit's going to tie in, and I'm glad it is. And I kind of have this feeling Ezra Miller's going to make an appearance here soon on Flash.
Yeah, I think so too, just because of the fact that Flash movie's coming. I think they're going to go into production very soon. They already got Michael Keaton to come back as Batman. Ben Affleck is going to come back as his Batman.
They're all resigning.
Yeah, they're exploring the multiverse, and I was just like, fucking bring it. Just bring it all. This is what I've been waiting for as a DC fan, because it's just like, there's another Batman movie, Inside Story. Then it's just like when we got BVS, it was like, no, we're going in and out. And the fact too that Martian Manhunter's been there the whole time, it was just like, and then finally getting the payoff for the Nightmare stuff too. And I like what Cyborg saw in Superman holding Lois's body and stuff like that, and Darkseid holding Superman's shoulder, and everyone's just like, he's the when Flash was like, she's the one, and then when Superman comes down to Earth and whatnot, after he wakes up and tears through the Justice League, and he goes, and then when he comes back to Earth, and then Batman's all, oh, okay, cool, Lois, that's what they mean, that she's the one, or is it opposite? When she dies, this is when he snaps, and he's gonna go crazy and just kill everybody and join Darkseid.
You know what that reminded me of? Injustice.
Yeah, and that's scary. Like when Cyborg was like, he found us, and he went, boo, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think his emotions are going to get the best of him from what it looks like, and yeah, he's going to end up going on a goddamn rampage. So that means they need to start bringing in more powerful villains and heroes, which is why I think they're trying to make Shazam. Well, Shazam is just as powerful as Batman, and so is Black Adam. He's still Black Adam to me. I don't give a damn about that new name.
They took it away. They're not going to run with it. Shazadam. I looked into it a little bit more, and yeah, Shazadam.
Shazadam. The fuck.
Hold on one second. Someone's like sending me a question about the Justice League right now. Oddly enough. Let's see. No. Okay. Oh, okay. So they want to know my feelings on Bruce's redemption. And I was like, that's a great question, because I feel like this is Batman. Because what we got in Josh's version was this weird, silly, cracking weird jokes,
1950s Batman.
Like
That's
the
what we
night,
got.
like when he got he's like, Alfred, I need a Nightcrawler. And then Josh's version, he goes, guys, I don't have a sword. Ba, 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 ba. And this one, I was like, and then when that line was gone, I was like, huh. And then when they had the interaction with Superman,
Mm-hmm.
and when he's like, Clark, blocking his shots and stuff, he's like, yeah, and I was like, oh, not the whole Superman holding him and being like, do you bleed? With his weird CG lip with his mustache, and then he throws Batman, and Batman cracks a joke like, something's bleeding. It was just like,
something's bleeding. Yeah. That shit. I'm like, this is not Avengers. I think that was a whole turn off for me, because that movie just seemed like he was trying to turn into the Avengers, and he succeeded, and it sucked. And Zack Snyder's is, yes, by far.
They explained the mother boxes. That's what I loved.
Yes, they explained it in good detail.
Yeah, when Diana's telling the story, and not that weird, like them walking on the lake, telling the story about, this quick one, Steppenwolf, blah, 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 blah. But no, it was actually Darkseid. And then I like that little cut back, and Bruce comes out, and he's like, wait, mother boxes? And then they go into the, what the mother boxes is. And, and I was just like, thank you. Because that was one of my biggest things with Josh's version, because they never really explained the mother boxes, just Steppenwolf.
10, yeah. I was gonna say they took a full 10 minutes to explain it, what the mother boxes were,
and gave us a grand epic battle.
Yes.
Oh man, dude! And they gave that homie,
no peasants.
They gave that Green Lantern a little bit more shine too in that battle.
Yeah, they did.
I was just like, yeah. And now I'm just thinking like, what's next? And Granny Goodness, I know we saw her in the trailer, and I seeing her just right there, and I was just like, this is all my fantasies come. It's kind of weird because you think your fantasies would be naked women for a guy or something like that, but no, my fantasies
only you, bro. I'm just
my fantasies of seeing these guys in tights and seeing these superheroes on the big screen and just seeing everything I love interpreted in such a beautiful way. I'm just like, I was happy. And I will honestly say this: like, if people want to know my score, my rating for Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's a full-on 10.
Mine is too. Mine is a full-on 10.
There's nothing in this movie that I'm like, everything was so emotional, everything was so driven, and the fact that you made me like Ezra Miller's Flash was the big one for me, because I was like, that's my Barry. That's Barry right there,
Because I kept sending you texts, hey, this motherfucker actually knows what he's doing. He's smart, shit. And he was smart. He wasn't a dumbass. He contributed. He wasn't just, comedy sideshow relief, which I don't know why they feel they have to portray Barry Allen like that, when Barry Allen, he's a smart motherfucker.
And he's a smart ass too.
He is a smart ass, but he's been to the future, back and forth. I don't know how many times. And it just makes me wonder, he knows something. Maybe that's why that's why he is the way he is. He's gone to the future. He's gone to the 41st century. He saw something and is fucking with him, and he doesn't know how to, even to this day, he doesn't know how to deal with it. This is why I'm going to start writing, because there's Flash right there for me.
Yeah, oh man, they fixed the way he runs. Not that weird.
You noticed that shit too, huh?
When he was running the set the mother box off, and when he was like running, he actually was like touching the floor and touching the walls and trying to run. He was still doing this weird thing with his hands, but his run, I was like, thank you.
It wasn't a skater's run.
It wasn't a skater's run. Then I like right then and there, I noticed the way he was running, because it was the way he was running, he was like kind of on the wall. Then he went back to the ground and did this and that, and I was just like, yes. Just those little minute things that because I was watching Justice League here and there just to put it on, and it was always one of those things I just look at. I'm like, ugh, why is he running like that? It's just we couldn't take the time to fix the way Barry runs. Okay, whatever. He looks like he's ice skating.
Let's do something real quick. We're gonna see what other actors how the cast feels about the new Justice League. Let's see. Let's do this one. Gal Gadot. No, I don't care who her husband is. I'm her goddamn husband.
She's having a baby too.
I told the girl you're fertile. When I plugged her ass, it's okay, Philip. No, it's not okay. No child support for me, bruh.
It was funny. Is like I saw. It's funny. Like I avoided Facebook like the Dickens. I avoided that social media all day yesterday. I wasn't on Facebook. I wasn't on Instagram. I wasn't on anything.
Nothing.
I wasn't even on YouTube. Like because how people are assholes and they record the screen and they'll put it on their channel just to get views or whatnot.
Uh-huh.
I refused. Like and yeah. People are like, you're serious about this, aren't you? I was like, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. So it's here. And hey, man, on top of that, too, we got the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Life is grand, man.
Well, that came out today.
Yes, it did. So we got, today,
I gotta watch it
yesterday,
evening.
Time travel. I really did, too, really like and I felt like this definitely was a good redemption for Superman. The way he's like, I'm not going to waste this opportunity. This is my second chance. And on the farm, it was much more emotional, especially when his mom was like, it's you. And he's like, yeah. He goes, I got to do this thing. They brought me back for a reason. There's a reason they brought me back. And it explained where he got that shirt from, because in Josh's version, out of nowhere, he just has a shirt on. And I was like, wait, didn't your mom just lose this house? And where'd you get the shirt?
She just left a lot of shit there.
Yeah, well, it's for clothes, so you know what I mean? You can only take what you can take, but that made sense right there. I was like, okay. Like,
I love
Josh's version, I was like, where'd the shirt come from?
I loved I'm glad they kept that part in there though. Thank you for getting them. Doing what you do. Oh, it's no worries now. He goes, how did you get them to give back to sell the house? I bought the bank.
Oh, dude, that
Clark was just like, like, whoa.
And that joke, the running joke of Bruce being rich, worked so well, because that line, he's like, well, what's your superpower? With Flash, he goes, I'm rich. And like, well, okay, we can track it on the satellites and blah blah. And Flash goes, how many satellites do you have? And Batman just stone cold face, 6.
Yeah, 6.
I have 6 satellites because I'm Batman.
All right, so they're talking about why the cast really didn't promote the film is because they had fulfilled all their contractual obligations to promote the first one, but that didn't stop Jason Momoa from going on his Instagram and saying, no, telling Zack, thank you. This is what you deserve.
Well, crazy too is Zack has never seen Josh's version, because Deborah, Snyder, and Christopher Nolan, they got to see a screening of Josh's Justice League, the finished product, and both of them came out of the theater, and I guess the quote is, they like, Zack can never see this. It will break his heart. And speaking of breaking hearts, man, did you have a little of the feels when For Autumn came up? His daughter?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I actually clapped. I did.
We did too. And he didn't get paid for this either. I heard that he basically did this, like the reshoots and putting it together, all for free. I guess like a lot of it too, the donations that he was starting for people who are depressed and are alone, and people who kill themselves and stuff like that. I guess he has a foundation that he started, or either it's already in. But yeah, he raised a lot of money for that with this movie. So
Good.
I was just like, that's dope, man. And then the fact too, like he even stated, I came back to this project and basically, yeah, for Autumn to finish this, and it's for her. And you can tell the love he put into it. And there was never a moment, man, where I was like this, like looking at my watch. I was so engaged and my heart was racing, and the music was just so great. And every time they went to a part 1, a part 2, a part 3, a part 5, it kind of took your breath away, and you just kept on going like, oh, what's next? Oh shit. You know?
Yeah, that's what he said too. He said that because I'm reading Variety magazine, he did do it for free. Maintaining that connection with the fans became paramount, especially after some fans also began using the campaign to fundraise for suicide prevention to honor Zack Snyder's daughter Autumn, whose death by suicide led to his decision to leave Justice League and to return to complete his vision. And yes, he did do it all for free. It was his way of telling fans thank you. It was his way of telling fans thank you for your patience, your love, and we're going to correct. Basically, yeah, we're going to correct what that bitch did, and he corrected it very nicely. I'm happy.
I'm happy too.
I'm happy.
I think this will be studied for filmmaking. You know, for the history of filmmaking. This is a historic thing, especially in filmmaking, and how this all started from. You remember the rumors were spreading, like, there's a Zack Snyder cut, and everybody was like, oh no, there's not. He got fired. He didn't shoot that much. Oh, there wasn't that much shot already.
Yeah,
yeah.
Them too. Fuck that shit. There ain't gonna be no damn Snyder cut. Fuck, man. He shot a lot.
Oh, and like everything that was his in Josh's was tamed.
Yeah.
And like, especially the stuff where we get Wonder Woman and how the threat was a little bit more real with these guys and a little bit more emotional. And that little girl, she's like, I want to be like you. You know, you're like, oh, and she's like, you can be whatever you want to be. And I'm just like, Wonder Woman.
Dun, dun, dun. I like that part too. Now, I still stand by what I said. Sorry, I'm putting some shit on my toe because I cut it. I was moving today. I throwing some shit around. I still stand by what I said. Joss did this shit to sabotage this movie because he knew how fucking good it was. I do believe now, to go into conspiracy theory shit, that he knew about this movie. That whole thing was a setup for him to leave Avengers to come work for DC to fuck up that movie. He did a good job, but Zack came in and fixed it. I really hope Zack's, and I hate saying this shit about people in their careers, but I really hope that his career takes a backseat for a little while to let him know exactly how fucked up this is. Man, you don't do that shit to people, bro. That's fucked up, man.
Well, what's really so crazy is like I was a huge fan of Josh just because he gave me Firefly and just the nerdy things I love. And when I said fuck Joss Whedon, especially last night after watching the movie, the wife was like, whoa, you ever imagine you would say those words? I was like, no. And I was looking over on my shelf because I have my Firefly collection, and I'm just like, no, not in a million years would I have ever been like, fuck Joss Whedon, even with all the controversy he was around. And, but then after seeing this art, this beautiful art, after watching what Zack had planned, what he was going to do. And I was thinking about it too. I was just like, I wonder if that's the real cut of Man of Steel. Like I started going back in my head. Cause remember, even in BVS, they made him cut out a lot of that movie for the theatrical cut, and it made no damn sense. And then he's like, here's my ultimate edition. And you're like, oh,
so that makes sense. Yeah. Yes.
So, and I'm wondering if there's some. We're going to start a new campaign here. Give me the director's cut of Man of Steel, because I was thinking about it. It's just like it goes back to BVS, because I remember when BVS dropped it it was one of the biggest box office weekends in the history of box office weekends. And it's also the biggest thing in history just to drop the next week so hard because of the ratings, because of the reviews and everything like that.
Mhm.
And then we got closer to the DVD release, and Zach's like, hey guys, here's my actual cut of the film. And then we built to that anticipation. We all watched it. We're like, oh, whoa, Lex, Lex is a lot more evil. Wow,
Yeah.
and now that's the only version I'll watch. I'll never watch Josh's Justice League again. Like I can't. This Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Hulu took it down already.
Did
Did
they?
you see that? Hulu took it down.
Mine's sitting on the shelf, but I was just like, yeah, you're just gonna collect us. Like I can't watch that movie now because now I've seen the definitive version of the Justice League.
I do have to sit back and think what this is going to do to his damn stock. Companies are going to be like, okay, don't fuck with our shit, because boy, if we have to go back in and fix it, there's going to be some repercussions. I know there is. Something's going to happen. He's not going to like. I know. Him and Zack probably ain't friends no more. And I don't blame him. I'd be like, fuck you.
That is true. Like if it was something like it's in a perspective of like me and you are homies to the end. And if you made a movie and you had to step down for some reason, you had a vision for that movie, but I came in and was like, I'm gonna kind of ruin this man's career with this and still slap his name on it, And yeah, because like if you really think about it, like when Josh's Justice League came out, he kept Zack Snyder's name on as a director.
Yeah, and he didn't put his name on it anywhere on that movie.
I think it's like executive producer or something like I was just an executive producer, guys. He was the director. And then after seeing this, I'm like, you motherfucker.
Bitch ass boy. Oof.
I know, right?
As a DC fan, I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably equal amounts DC Marvel, but as a DC fan, this movie was everything I could ever want in a Justice League movie. The aspect ratio, I get over it. Either way, it was still good. I really feel that they could introduce maybe something more than the future. The future Flashpoint as a possible, the next possible chapters. They could have probably maybe dropped, well, besides Martian Manhunter as a future good guy. They could, I think they could have put maybe one or two more in. Well, we got Deathstroke. That's going to be interesting.
And what was crazy too is I thought they were going to catfish us, because in the trailer they keep showing that scene where they're standing there, they won the battle, they're all together, it's the big superhero shot and whatnot. And I was like, after all the Martian Manhunter talk that I was hearing, I was like, is he gonna join them to help fight Steppenwolf? That was just a fan theory in my head, because I was just like, all right, is he like gonna be right there standing by them? Because they keep showing that scene, and it's just like we live in a society. That line, it's not in the movie. It's where he's like, right, Batman. He still says that, but it's not the whole we live in a society where rules don't apply anymore. And then I was just like, oh, Zack, you son of a bitch, I love you.
I feel he's gonna do something. Not now, maybe a couple years down the road.
Or maybe have somebody else direct it, and he's like, hey, you direct, kind of like a George Lucas thing, you know what I mean? Like he literally just made his Star Wars, and he could just be like, hey, I'm gonna give it to this director, but I am full on hands on in the creative and the way it looks, but this is the dude that's gonna take it to that next level,
Kind of like how he did with Patty Jenkins, and what he's doing it so far. It's what he did, executive producer with Wonder Woman, both movies, Suicide Squad, Shazam, all of them. Yeah, all of them. He's executive produced all of them.
Him and Deborah.
Yeah, and he's just no, he's just a kid trying to do his thing. That's all he's trying to do. But don't I really hope Warner is learning from what Marvel's doing. Don't fuck your creative talent. Don't fuck because Marvel was bad at that shit at first, and now they're like, no, let them do their thing.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like, that's
what they
why I
got hired
like,
for.
yeah, that's why I love DC Comics books so much. Like, there's so much dopeness. Like, the stuff I got you into the other day when we went to the comic book shop, and you're seeing this, they have a little bit more creative freedom to introduce, the next phase of their plan, like from going from the New 52 to the Rebirth and now on to Infinite Frontier. It's, they're better at resetting a universe than I would say Marvel is in any aspect, because usually Marvel's like, let's hey, Phoenix.
We got
We
to
gotta
keep
bring the
Mickey
Phoenix back.
happy.
Yeah, let's bring the Phoenix in. We've used that a bunch of times, but let's use the Phoenix.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, man. And I just have this feeling Marvel's going to use Phoenix in the MCU after WandaVision. I just got this goddamn feeling.
Well, I hope it's done right this time. At least 3 movies, because every time they try it, like, ugh, you know what? We're not talking about that. We're gonna keep the mood high. Zack Snyder's Justice League is out right now.
Oh, I'm high. I just hope they just don't do that.
I know.
bullshit.
As soon as I said the Phoenix thing, for some reason that god awful X-Men Dark Phoenix movie popped in my head, and I was like,
So we got on the horizon. We got Batman with Robert Pattinson, who's doing more whining and crying than he is trying to get the damn movie done. Then we got
it's done now.
Adam. Huh?
It's done.
They finally finished it?
They wrap production. So now it's on the cutting table.
They're probably just like, oh, fucking time. This motherfucking man.
Then we got the Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. That's the one I'm waiting on. Black Adam. Rock is just flying through that movie. I mean,
he's beyond buff for that movie.
He is. He's like, but everyone said that no, they're being safe, but at the same time they're just, they're doing everything what they're supposed to, and they're on schedule. I'm like, all right, good.
Okay, right here. All right, so Justice League that dropped, the Suicide Squad, Black Adam, the Batman, the Flash movie, and Aquaman 2.
Who's going to do Aquaman 2? Because I know people made fun of that one because it was like, no, they was like, is this Fast and the Furious or is this Aquaman? I'm like, damn.
Or is it Black Panther?
Very true. Which one? Who got?
James Wan's coming back to direct his Aquaman 2, because he did do Aquaman.
Nice.
So he's coming back. Who is directing? I know it's a French dude, I believe, that's doing the Flash movie. Andy Muschietti. He's going to be doing that. That's supposed to be released November 4th, 2022. So next year. They brought back Iris, the actress. Let's see. James Gunn is doing the Suicide Squad. My boy Matt Reeves is doing the Batman. I can't wait for that.
That's going to be badass.
That trailer was just, that trailer, I remember being like, especially when he beats down that one dude, he's like, who are you? And he's like, boom, 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 boom.
I'm trying to see who the director for Captain Marvel 2 is going to be, because I know the first one it was just a director. Damn, Captain Marvel.
They had 2 directors, directed by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, produced by Kevin Feige, of course, because Kevin Feige produces everything. All right, so Captain Marvel 2, I believe, is going to be done. Let's see.
Well, Warner must be doing something.
Dia DaCosta.
What? Now her name sounds familiar.
I am pulling it up right now.
I think she's done a lot of Game of Thrones.
Let's see. No, thanks. I don't want that. Get out of here. Oh, well. Oh, no. Wait. Hold on. She's directing Candyman. Wait, no. She's in Candyman. Yeah, No, she's a writer for Candyman. That Candyman remake that's coming out.
Uh-huh.
And oh wow, a little movies here and there. Looks like a lot of horror. Let's see. Writer. She has 7 director credits. So yeah, her next movie is Captain Marvel 2. She actually did direct Candyman, the new Candyman movie.
Okay.
So that's her. That one's coming up here soon this year. But yeah, she did a Candyman short, 2 episodes on a show called Top Boy, and a movie called Little Woods, and that's starring Tessa Thompson, Lily James. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see.
Then we got the Eternals on Marvel coming out this year. I think that's the only movie that's really coming out because, like you said, we have no idea what's going on with Black Widow. Oh well,
or anything. You know what I mean? Like HBO's already ahead of the game. They're just like, here's Zack Snyder's Justice League, and guess what, guys? In a couple of weeks, you get Godzilla versus Kong.
Yes, yo. Oh yes, my mom. She already said, boy. She goes, you got the popcorn ready? I said, heifer, we got it.
Hell yeah.
We got the goddamn popcorn.
Olale, Holmes.
Olale, butter. Let's do this.
Hey,
Tapatio too. Shit, get it going, mama. That's good. Yeah, I cannot fucking wait. No, I think this year for superhero movies, this is gonna be DC.
Yeah, this is DC. Oh, they got Dune coming up. I was thinking of all the HBO movies. The Matrix 4, Mortal Kombat. Now, I think HBO's like, we got this.
Yeah, they're the ones who are taking the big risk and chance. They're the ones who are like, you know what, here, if you have HBO Max, you're still gonna be able to watch this. Even though some of the actors are like, no, don't put our movie on HBO Max because we're not gonna be able to get our bonuses. We're not gonna be able to get this, get that. A lot of those actors are like, fuck that. Get us out there. We want, we need work. Shit. Netflix is going to go up again because they're going to copy HBO Max.
Yes. And,
you.
they do have a movie coming out here soon. It is a Netflix film. It is a film directed by Zack Snyder, the Army of the Dead movie that's coming. So, yeah. Yeah. With Dave Bautista and everything. So I think Netflix is like, oh yeah, we can flex too. Yeah, we got Zack Snyder,
Wasn't he like one of the original directors of C? I thought he was one of the original directors of
what?
One of the Army of the Dead movies.
Yeah, this is the one coming up right now.
Zack Snyder movies. Here we go.
Yeah, right here. Is that directed by Zack Snyder, produced by Deborah, Zack, Wesley Collar, screenplay by Zack, Shay Hayton, and Joby Harold.
Dawn of the Dead. That's what he did.
Yeah. So he knows his zombies.
Yes, Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, May 21st, 2021 on Netflix, Army of the Dead.
Legend of the Guardians. He did that movie.
Oh yeah. Zack has an impressive slate.
He does. The only one that's not. Oh, there it goes. The Sucker Punch. See, the same filter that he used on Sucker Punch was the ones that he uses now for all his movies. It has almost like that grainy, filtered. I don't know. I can't describe it. It's really fucking cool. And when he uses it for the Justice League movie, and it just looks beautiful.
Oh, hey! I just found this out. He is executive producer on The Suicide Squad, and he is executive producer on The Flash.
Cool. So that means he's still going to be working with them, with Warner Brothers. He's just not going to direct no more movies for that punk ass, which I don't blame him.
Let him be the Kevin Feige of the DCEU.
If that happens, I think he's going to do a better job than Kevin. Honestly.
Dude, after this movie, I'm just like, just give me it all. Just give me it all. So that's my thoughts. Everybody was asking me too. They wanted me to do what you did, the whole review, like when you did on Big Daddy Goes Deep, or write a post or something on Facebook. And I was just like, I'm gonna promote myself with this. If you want my review, you're gonna listen to it on the Social Event Podcast. God damn it! It's the only way you're gonna hear how I feel about this movie, and I feel the feels more than the feels of for this movie.
That's right.
I thank you, Zack Snyder, and
Yes,
fuck you,
thank you.
Joss Whedon.
Thank you, Zach. Exactly. Thank you, Zach. Fuck you, Joss. You don't try to fucking ruin someone's goddamn livelihood or career like that, dude. That's some hoe shit. That really is. That's a fucking hoe move, man.
Bitch. Oh.
And congratulations to all these directors now who are getting their upcoming. So we got Zack Snyder. Congratulations to you. Once again to Ryan Coogler, the executive producer of the entire Wakanda franchise. They're franchising the entire world of Wakanda, Black Panther, all that shit. Yes,
why not?
Why not?
Make that money.
Dark Horse Comics just inked a deal with the movie company. They won't say who, so they can start doing their own. I don't know if you ever read any of those comics, World's Greatest Comics.
Oh yeah,
Barbed Wire and all them. Yeah, they're gonna start doing those.
Man, every time I hear Barbed Wire, though, I just think of that awful Pamela Anderson movie.
Oh God. Did they redo the movie?
No, they never redid the movie. I just remember like that. Everyone was like, "Oh, Barbed Wire." Then it's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the comic book. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I was looking at the time. Do you have to get to work here soon?
What time is it? It is. Yeah, I guess I should.
Yeah. Well, I was watching the time for you. I was just like, we had to get this plan. We had to get this sync. We didn't want to do this podcast until we both saw the Justice League. And well, you weren't going to watch it at first. You're like, yeah.
Oh, that's why I said fuck this, because I'm sick of the damn reboots and do it right the first time. But I also kind of realize that it's not the directors, it's the company, it's the people with the money, and it's all working out in the end. I really hope that this really makes DC. Well, DC's fine. It's Warner Brothers' ass. I hope it makes Warner Brothers, and their new executive. No, is he CEO? What's his name?
The punk ass?
No, he does. Seems like he does every goddamn book in DC nowadays.
Brian Michael Bendis?
No. Oh, not his bitch ass.
I just heard bitch ass and Brian Michael Bendis popped up.
Gerard Jones. He literally redid Green Lantern and Aquaman.
Grant Morrison?
No.
I think I know who you're talking about, but the name is not coming to me right now.
I'll find it real quick.
Fine.
It real quick, because he took over as like head honcho of DC Entertainment, like the films and stuff like that.
Well, while you're doing that, I want to thank everybody. I hope you get to see the Zack Snyder's Justice League. It is an incredible sight. You won't be disappointed, and we'll be talking more about it down the road. I probably might drop something with Flicks and arguing with him of why he is wrong and how this
Jeff Johns.
Jeff Johns?
Jeff Johns.
I don't know why he didn't come into my head. That's my boy too.
Yeah, Jeff Johns is badass, and he's the reason why Marvel cannot put out Malibu comics. Come to find out. Well, he created half the damn universe.
Yeah.
So, and they don't want to give him his money. So he's like, well, if you don't want to give my money, you're not going to publish any more books.
Well, that, and also like I just saw the first images of Stargirl for season 2, and I'm just like, yes. And that's another one of those stories of Stargirl is Jeff Johns, one of his creations.
Stargirl, I can't wait for that one. I'm going to watch that shit this weekend. I'm gonna binge.
Me and my first season?
Watching. Yeah, I'm
I love the first season so
watcher. I will watch that shit. Be all.
I'm actually gonna give Titans another try. So
I would.
I only made it to the 3rd episode of the season 1 so far, but this time I was like, you know what? Just do it. And I need to finish Doom Patrol. I think I'm definitely gonna catch up on all this stuff. But you know what? I still love Harley Quinn, the animated series.
Have not watched it yet. I have not watched that one yet. I watched 3 episodes so far, Doom Patrol. I've binge watched goddamn Titans I don't know how many times so far. Just because of the character development. I mean, they're damn. You see them as what they were up to what they come to now, and you're like, okay, this is good writing. Swamp Thing, I've watched 3 episodes. Shit.
He's got a new series coming out. Well, it's a limited series, but I was just like, Swamp Thing's my boy. Like
Swamp Thing is badass.
I wish we finally got a film because, and remember in Apocalypse War, how he's just like whoosh, just fucking killing everybody.
Major player. He's a major player, but I guess they only have so much room to tell their stories, like in the comic books and stuff like that. And who wants to write what? I will write these motherfuckers. Fuck them. I don't care. I'll pull a Stan Lee. Phil, you want to write this today? Oh yes.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? All right. You want me to write this? Yeah, I'll be like, you want me to write a Superman movie? All right, man. He's gonna be Native American. He's gonna go, Scott, man. I was like, and his little S is gonna be turquoise.
Ooh, that would be tough.
Yeah.
have a turquoise in the shape of a dream catcher.
No dream cat. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Dream catcher.
No. All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Big Daddy got to go to work.
Yeah, I gotta go to fucking work.
I just got off work, so.
Yeah, he just got off work, and I gotta go.
All right, y'all. Well, like and subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandpa. Share with the bum down at Walmart. The Social Event Podcast is every Saturday.
Yes.
We have not missed a Saturday at all. Knock on wood. So just join us. Like I said, just tell people about us. The C Plus Studios channel is slowly growing. We have great content on there. We have that Juggalo vlog reviews and stuff like that. We also are going to have Big Daddy. He dropped one on you guys. The whole like, I'm here. I'm back. Here. Yeah. And I possibly might do something with Doug to talk about the Zack Snyder Justice League, just to hear his thoughts. And his thoughts are probably
just go for it.
I'm curious. Like, he's been quiet all day. Like because he told me, he's like, I started it and that was last night before I went to bed. And usually I wake up to a massive amount of texts.
You know why? You know why? Because he can't find nothing wrong with that bitch. That's why.
Oh my God. That's why I'm excited. I'm just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, he's been awfully quiet lately.
Because he's trying to find something.
He's trying to. So I will fight him. You will get these hands like I'm Braun Strowman.
I can't wait to hear you guys go at it. This is gonna be fucking fun as shit.
Oh my gosh.
Hilarious.
Great.
Yes.
How do you do yours, face? It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be very fun, ladies and gentlemen. And today we're gonna have some shit talking going on with Justice League. Why? Because Big Daddy says so. And then of course, you know who comes in. Goddamn Justice League, I tell you about 500 times that motherfucker was bad. That goddamn Josh Whedon, that boy, Whedon, whatever the fuck his name is, his name might be Josh Fire. Bitch ass boy, he go here making shit about
after I saw that
shit about vampires and some crazy little bitch who thinks she fucking tough. Boy, I wonder when bitch Diana would choke her goddamn ass. So she choked that bitch until she fart. Boy, she'll show the true what the true slayer is. Know what I'm saying?
Big Pappy, everybody.
That's Big Pappy. That's right.
All right, y'all. Well,
Josh Whedon shit.
Like and subscribe, man, and hit that notification button so you can get all this great content. I am KMB The Sexy Ninja.
There's Big Daddy coming at you.
And when in doubt,
fuck your couch. And Joss Whedon.
Fuck shit. Joss Whedon.
Bitch ass. That motherfucking man. Shit, boy.